Hello and welcome back to the Bad Back Gardener. In today's video we're going to be planting some corn here in the lower part of the raised bed garden. It's a new expansion part to where I'm just going to have some ground area. I don't plant corn in the raised beds. They never really work out very well. They don't grow very well. They tend to fall over sometimes. So at the end of the raised bed garden here, in this year's expansion here, I put some ground area. It's not real big, and I'm going to put a fence around it eventually here. But I wanted some area at the end here. I'm going to be planting some cantaloupes in the part of the area, and then in a small section I'm going to be planting some corn, hopefully a couple different kinds. I'm going to be planting about 4 rows today. When you're planting corn, you want to like 4 rows would probably be the minimum I'd plant. You want to go 4 to 6, somewhere in there or more, because you need that cross-pollination for the corn to help it do good. So I'm going to be planting 4 rows here today. It's a synergistic corn. It's called Sweetness. So and we'll be putting some fertilizer in with it. I've got some string run here. I'm going to help me make straight rows. When I plant my bigger areas, I do have a seeder that I use. But I'm not going to be using that today. I'm going to, since it's such a small area, I'm just going to be using a hoe and planting it by hand. So we'll get started with that. Alright, so I ended up actually making 5 rows. We'll see if I have enough seeds for 5 here, but we spaced them. The depth you want to plant them is about 1 to 2 inches, and you want to space them. You want to end up with a space of probably about 1 foot, but a lot of times they'll tell you to plant them every every 6 inches, then space them out to 12 inches. But so I'm going to plant them 8 to 12 inches is what I'm planning on planting them here. So get started with that. Corn in, and I'm going to put some slow release fertilizer in with it. This will feed up for, like it says on this, up to 6 months. This was given to me, so I'm going to try it. It's Expert Gardener Indoor-Outdoor Plant Food. So I'm going to just throw a little bit of this in each row, maybe help them give it a little bit of fertilization here. So we'll try that. Got a nice color blue to it, so it's easy to see where you put it and where you have it. One thing about corn, it's a very heavy feeder, so if you can get fertilizer in with it, it's going to do better. If you can prep the ground ahead of time and even add compost or manure to it, it's going to be all the better, because corn is a heavy feeder. So being this is kind of close to my garden and to the watering and stuff, I'll be able to water a little bit more, and I may even be able to hit it with some liquid fertilizer here when it starts coming up. That may help it grow too. So my other cornfields have always been kind of far away and bigger, which makes it harder to do that with, so we may try that later. So now I'm going to take the rake and go back over it, smooth it over, bury the seeds, and we'll be done here. Alright, that's going to do it for this video here. We got our corn planted, got 5 rows of corn, and debated whether to do this today or not, because we got a mess of rain again last night, and it's going to put my planting way behind here. But I tried to plow it up, see how muddy it was going to be in this upper half. It slopes down. This upper part wasn't as muddy as I thought it might be, so I thought I'd go ahead and try it here, and it was workable. It was right in the edge here of being too muddy, but it was good enough, I think, to plant. So we got our 5 rows in. We'll see how they do, Thanks for watching. Catch up with me on Facebook. And if your back ain't hurting, you ain't working.